could ride it home. Honey, does it well. Keep me dancing till I'm dead. 'Cause I could run a mile like this. Head over heels feels like this. The sun has got me on my track. I ain't never looking back. I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. Inside the depths of stone, voice will echo me no phone. Ruled by the laws above, nature shows me, makes me taught. I could climb this mountain now, rise above the clouds and see where oh the falls that kept me strong. Never did I mean no wrong, 'cause I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Oh, ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Yeah. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Ooh, ain't looking. Ain't looking back. Oh, ain't looking back. Ooh, ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back.
Well, good morning. This is the first 24 hours in Moab, and it has been quite an adventure. Denver decided to have a snowstorm, believe it or not, and I needed to beat it. Otherwise, I was going to get stuck in Denver, and I wasn't going to be able to leave until probably Sunday, maybe Monday, and I didn't want to push it back because I'm going to visit friends here on Sunday. We have plans to meet up, and then we're going to spend the next week together camping and hitting some off-road trails. So I had to leave Thursday at midnight to beat it, and I made it out here fine, except for the rock slide that happened on I-70. It was about 2:33 in the morning, and I'm in the left lane, and I was able to see two massive boulders in the right lane. They were about the size of a doghouse. And then there was one in the left lane and the shoulder kind of sitting on the line there. Luckily, I was able to slow down fast enough and dodge them. I called 911 to let them know, to report it. They got a bunch of calls already, which was good. Hopefully no one hit them. They were quite big. They would cause some pretty serious damage. I made it to Utah. I got about 2 hours of sleep, and then I had a meeting with my manager Friday morning at 9:30. I had to take it from a McDonald's because I couldn't find Wi-Fi at some of the coffee shops that were fast enough. After that, I decided to go find camp somewhere and get some sleep, which was much needed. Except I decided to take this dirt road that I thought would lead me to some primitive camping so I could be alone, because a lot of the campgrounds are actually pretty filled. And little did I know, I took a level difficult off-road trail I didn't know about. So I aired down, and I got to a pretty off-camber situation that tested the suspension. So I popped the sway bars and was like, I can do this, it's fine. I did it, except I sheared the plastic protective housing over it. So, whoops. Anyways, I made it not too far from the beginning of that trail, and then there was this very steep rock that you would have to climb over, except it was just a bunch of rocks stacked on one another. And you got to play it safe when you're out here solo. I didn't know anything about the road, basically no knowledge of what I was getting myself into. I decided to turn around, which is for the better. And I went to a campground, found a spot, and just pulled over and took a couple hours to sleep and get some food. I then went back into town, got a coffee, checked some text messages. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to take an easy trail this time, an easy dirt road, and try to find some primitive camping. And I found this gorgeous, beautiful spot. You see the Jeep parked over there? It's not level. It's on a slope. And the trick to have a nice night's sleep, put some rocks under the tires, you could see, and you drive on top, and that helps level it out. It was quite chilly. It got down to, I don't know, probably like, it felt like 35, 40, honestly, but it was probably like high 40s, low 50s. This morning was pretty cold. I get cold easy. It is what it is. I'm glad the sun finally came out. It's nice. It's warming me up. It's great. I'm not really sure what's in store for today. I need to go back into town, call my friends, figure out how the plans have changed, how we need to modify our trip. Maybe go through Canyonlands. Arches has a reservation system. I haven't made any reservations, so I'm not going to be able to go to Arches. That's fine. This is Moab. You just take a dirt road, hopefully not a difficult trail, and you go explore. So that's what I'm here to do. Explore, photography, camp. Very excited. Camp coffee is the best coffee. So I stopped by my favorite coffee shop, which is Lecker in Denver, Colorado, specifically in the Rhino 5 Points neighborhood. And I picked myself up a bag of espresso beans. I have my AeroPress that I've started using. It's way more compact and makes much better coffee than a French press. This is not an advertisement. I just really like their coffee. But if you are in Denver, highly recommend checking out Lecker Coffee. They're great. So I just finished up hanging out at the Needles Overlook. I got here pretty early in the morning after sunrise and immediately fell asleep. Woke up, made some coffee, got some food, and then a whole bunch of people showed up to the parking lot. I was alone for the longest time until several cars pulled in. A group of very chatty people, and it was amazing. They were so curious about the Jeep, what I was making, and where I'm from, and I love meeting people. I love talking to them, sharing my story, and then also hearing theirs. It's exciting for me. So I'll show you some of the overviews that are here at this part of the park, and absolutely stunning. I'm sure you probably could have guessed that. I would love to come back here and do a sunset photo. I mean, honestly, this other overlook that's right in front of me would be a really great sunrise photo. Well, my next stop is going to be Moab. I would really like an iced coffee. The sun is hot. I immediately applied sunscreen. That's my cologne of choice for this trip. It's great, unless you spray it in a cut, then it hurts. I might have cut my finger. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't do that. So I'm heading back to Moab. Gotta fuel up, get some extra groceries, and I'm meeting up with Alika and Toby, my two friends, and we're going to camp for the night right outside of Moab, south, and then tomorrow we're going to hit some Jeep trails and find some more camping spots. Super excited. They've got quite a long drive from Phoenix, so I know that they're going to be quite tired when they get in, but I appreciate them driving that whole way in one shot. Thanks, guys.
Do you want that like cashew caramel thing tonight? You want to make rice in that?
We got dogs.
Does that actually record voices?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's a cute little gimbal.
Will you have some, please? Oh, now he will. That's the only way he'll eat. Cadence is like so intense. She's like, I'm gonna eat your food the moment you turn away.
All right, my guy, what do we got going on?
We have, I don't even remember what it's called. We got a cashew butter masala with some home baked tofu and peppers. And we've got a little rice pilaf in here. Don't mind the mess. Just making some rice pilaf.
That, and then we got these.
And then we're gonna fry up some jalapenos and peppers and throw them on our lovely Beyond sausages. And we're gonna do the dishes.
Eating good tonight.
Yeah.
Just made it to the trailhead of Hell's Revenge. Oh, we're so excited. So excited.
I'm so excited.
Ooh, Hell's Revenge, baby.
Stoked.
There you go. This is an awesome trail. Hell's Revenge is dope. This is a lot of fun. I didn't quite realize that we were going to be on an incline and a decline at 30 degrees. That is, having a rig like mine is great for this, but having all of my camp gear... But having all my camp gear in it, it's not all tied down super perfect, so a lot of it's shifting forward and then shifting back. I'll do a better job next time. All right, we're gonna see if the Gladiator can make this. Yeah, I think the line that I took, he'll be able to do it. Got like a 2.5 inch lift on the Mojave, and I think 33s, but yeah, spot him. Let's get him up here. Let me show you what we're working with. I might not look too crazy because it's hard to get the angle on video. And as I start to make my way down, you see all of these rocks, all of these sands, these little ledges. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna help him pick a line. All right, you're definitely on the undercarriage. Let me check underneath to see what's actually scraping. All right, we cleared the obstacle. We had to put a rock under the tire to stop scraping the bottom in the middle of the undercarriage. But we did it. We did it. We're gonna ask Alika how she enjoys that. So how was that? It was terrifying.
I did my best. That's all I can say.
There you go. We've done half of Hell's Revenge, and we're now at the top lookout of the Colorado River. Wow. Rip my winch. The electrical cables came loose while I was on the trail, and they rubbed against the belt, like the belt motor, and that basically sheared right through them, and I heard this like static, and I was like, something doesn't sound right. I check, and there are sparks flying under my hood. Yeah, so luckily no Jeep fires, but I don't have an operating winch, and I think it's going to be quite a pain to fix that cable. Luckily, I'm still able to make it off the trail. Nothing broke. So today was a pretty good day. I'm having a whole lot of fun. I just got to do the winch thing now. Well, we've made it to Castleton Tower Overlook, and it was about an 1.5-hour drive on this 4x4 road with a couple steep stairs that we had to take down with some pretty slick rocks, but it was fine. But let me show you around what the view looks like and where we're camping. So I got the Jeep turned around so that way it's easy for me to get out. It's Toby trying to set up the tent because it's the only flat spot we could find. So behind our campsite, we've got the La Salle Mountains. Oh man, you got that epic view of that cliff too. What a gem of a spot. It's incredibly too early for this. Waking up at 5 in the morning is not something I quite enjoy. I just gotta push through it. Alright, let's go take this photo. Let's get a sunrise shot. Well, now that I've got my shots, I'm gonna go crawl back into my sleeping bag and get some more sleep. Then it's time for coffee.